guys, welcome back to the ranch.
Hey, welcome back. So it is late in the evening, Wednesday night. The video posted this evening, wasn't able to get any electricity to the car. So I went back in. I was frustrated after I got the kids to bed, and I decided I was going to go back in and figure out why I wasn't getting any electricity. Come to find out, there's the red wire that goes to the top of the solenoid. I guess it's an exciter. Was broke. So I got that fixed, put everything back on, and check it out. I now have lights in the car again. So that's a start. Unfortunately, I still don't have anything to the starter to give it a little bump to see if this thing wants to turn. Not even a click at the starter solenoid. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I'm not a Ford guy. And it shows because I'm struggling with this one a little bit. So a little bit more learning and I'll figure it out. Until then, I don't know. So on my previous video, this past Wednesday, I didn't have any power going to the car. And then last night, Wednesday night, later that night, I figured it out. I had a bad wire, got it fixed, got power again. But I still didn't have anything to the key. So I said, I'm done. I don't know. I need to take the time to figure it out. So, I got frustrated. Electrical isn't my thing. And sometimes it just comes out to be something really ridiculous. I replaced a good, with a good starter solenoid. I put in new cables. I put everything back the way it was. All it was one broken wire. Fixed it, but still nothing. It didn't dawn on me at the time that I could just jump the starter solenoid. So I want to do that right now and see if we can get any power to the starter. And if we do get power to the starter, is the starter any good? Let's see. Alrighty. You see down there? And all I want to do is connect the top two posts together. The starter spins, it sounds like, but she don't crank. Oh, she cranked! Oh! No way! Oh! Let's do this again. I don't know why it scared me so much. I didn't expect it. I still got one stuck valve, but she turns over. Oh, shit. Guys, first time in 57 years, I think. Maybe 55 if, the emergency transportation tags are accurate. But you guys just witnessed, first time with me, that was honestly the first time I got in the engine to turn over electrically. So I'm going to work on this stuck valve some more. And I think Friday morning, I'm going to spend the time to get this thing put together, top in, and maybe see if we get fire. I'm stoked. Hey, welcome back. So, you ever have one of those days where you have a plan, and it's a good plan. It's a real simple plan. And you hope that things just don't go to yeah, well, it's planned for today. Just hope things don't go to. We're going to work on putting the top end together. Get the valley pan cleaned up. We'll get the intake cleaned up, get it stuck back on, and see if the old grill will fire off today, sometime. Hopefully it'll happen before 3:30 because this video has to go live at 5. Today is Friday. Last night I went through and did the electrical, got the the starter to turn over, jumping the solenoid. I found a diagram online and it shows that it's really simple ignition system. I got electricity everywhere it's supposed to go, but apparently it's just not coming through at the key. So I got a key switch thing ordered up. It'll be here tomorrow, so it kind of sucks. But what we can do until then is get everything else buttoned up. We can jump the solenoid, see if we got ignition or spark. If we got spark, the old grill just might fire off. So that's the goal for today. So I think I lost myself there a little bit. Step 1, get the old cheap poker out and start cleaning up the valley pan and the intake manifold. Oh, she looks like $1 million already. Nope, she looks like I saved $50. And this old grill cleaned up fairly well. I'm debating if I want to paint it black or do I want to wait until I have the proper color. I think I'll wait until I have the proper color because that's all got to come back off eventually anyway. All right. Now, get the engine bay. 15486372. It's the fire number on one of these. Firing order, I should say. And yep. It ain't gonna be easy to remember. This hood being so low, I never want to come up any higher because that's as high as it goes. It's kind of difficult. And being fat makes it harder. Oh. There we go. I'm not a big fan of this design. Having the distributor cocked at an angle in the very back. Oh, with a locking nut in that weird position. It ain't fun. on Lincolns, if you didn't know, it's kind of like it's like a Ford, where the right side, I don't know if you're facing it, left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, according to the diagrams, firing order is whatever it was I said earlier. I've forgotten already. But it starts here. All right. Let's go ahead and get the intake on. I don't have gaskets for the intake, but they still have the old ones. And they're good enough for now. Like I said, this is all going to come back off either anyway, because I'm going to get new lifters and stuff like that. Apparently, 390 FE lifters work just great on these. These are hydraulic lifters, which baffles me a little bit. I don't know why they'd be hydraulic. Nonetheless, that's what's in here. And might need to be tightened down a little bit. That might be why that one didn't move. It wasn't tightened down all the way. I'll dig in that later. As a matter of fact, I can tell. Alrighty, I'll fix that later too. There's a little vent cap right here that needs to go on. It says front, so the gasket broke, so that was awesome. But either way, I'm not really sure. This is like a crankcase ventilation deal, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Intake. Oh, the old girl ain't light. Oh. Oh. Oh man, she looks 10% better already. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Copyright strike. Copyright strike. Do 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 do. Well, she does look a lot better. Getting all that grime and stuff picked up off of her. Painting that old or that valley pan underneath. 2 steps forward, 100 steps back. Going the wrong way. Should have been a rock star. Let me give you a rundown of what happened. You might notice I'm cleaned up and changed just because I got frustrated and had to go inside, change. I'm getting ready to go get something to eat. Let me give you a rundown. As you can see, the intake is on. All right, cool, great, grand. Got the distributor back in. I pointed the, I got this one up, number 1, up to top dead center. And got that line, the distributor lined up, okay? I checked the points because they were corroded, and I got the points cleaned up with some sandpaper, and it got sparked to the points. Awesome. So then took a cable, connected, all right, and then jumped it at the solenoid. Got the engine to turn over. I got spark at the spark plug. Super awesome, great, grand. That's where it ends. Literally, that's where it ends. I don't know what happened. I lost power. Again, I got literally nothing going to the solenoid. I've got nothing coming up to the current, uh, whatever the hell it's called now. I can't even think about it because I'm so frustrated. The battery's got 13 point something volts. You know, whenever I turn the key on, nothing. No dash lights, nothing. It's Wednesday all over again. Frustrated. So I figured, all right, well, maybe it's just a ground problem. So I went down to the solenoid to check things down down there. Everything looks fine. There's one wire that's a little sketchy because it's the way that the angle is to the connection. So I cut it, put on new connector. That's the top post on the solenoid there. So I did all that, put it all back together, still nothing. The only thing I can think of legitimately is there's a disconnect before the solenoid, which would go to the key. Like I said before, that thing had been corroded internally, or that you couldn't turn it. Then I throw some liquid wrench in there, feed blaster, whatever. They loosened up, but it still sticks. And even when I turn the key all the way to the right, it doesn't do anything. But whenever I turn it into the on position, I get power everywhere I was supposed to. Until now. So I'm thinking maybe that thing officially fried. Maybe it's just so corroded that it went bunk. I don't know. I couldn't find any smoking gun, smoking wires, burning, anything to suggest that I fried a wire or connection or anything like that. So I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to think about it, look through diagrams again, and if I figure something out, then I'll be back on here. If I don't, either way, I'll be back on here to let you know that is another disappointing day. But it's not a complete waste because I did get power to the damn spark plug, so I know that works. So that's awesome. I just got to figure out why I keep losing it. All right. I've got everything put back together. No idea if the spark plug wire is in the right spot, but I did my best because I wasn't able to get 1 through 4 or 5 through 8 out. So I just kind of snuck them back on because they were already kind of form fitted. So I'm hoping they're in the right spot. I got some gas. I'm going to throw it down the intake there. I'm going to give her a turn over and see what happens. Smells like a firecracker went off, huh?
Yeah. What?
It smells like a fireworks went off, huh?
I don't know what fireworks smell like.
Yes, you do.
No. I never seen fireworks. Unless it's in cartoons.
All right, back up. If it blows up, I want you to blow it up in your face. Ready?
Back up.
Well, now that we know she'll fire, I think what I want to do is retrace my steps and make sure my timing is where it's supposed to be. I pulled the distributor earlier because I figured it was 180 out and I'm getting the same symptoms. So I'm just going to kind of backtrace, make sure I'm back at top dead center, make sure my wires are where they need to be, etc., etc. And then hopefully I can get more than just a pow out the car intake there. Maybe I can get a do-do-do-do-do or something. Yeah, so that's what we're going for. Sure sounded like she wanted to that time, huh? She's actually sucking the gas this time instead of blowing it out the car. That was a win. Probably a little bit way too much. Closer. Closer. Battery charge, I guess. Dang it. Let's try this and choke it. More than what we had before. Well, I think I'm gonna have to admit defeat on this one. This time, at least. I think there's a couple of things working against me. You know, weak battery, weak starter, stuck valve, which I'm pretty sure is bent, and the distributor is severely sticky. It's not stuck, but it's sticky, and it takes a lot to get it to turn. So I think those things are really fighting me. But it's not a complete waste. It's not all lost. Look, we know she'll turn over. We know she does the suck, squish, bang. She fires on her original wiring and stuff. The only thing I changed was that solenoid. That's it. And to be honest with you, the original one was probably still good, knowing what I know now. This engine needs an overhaul, and I'm going to give it to her. It's just not going to happen anytime soon because these things are expensive as all get out. So I think whenever my 65 Chrysler 300 sells, which it hasn't sold yet, it kind of sucks, I will definitely get to it. You know, maybe one bit at a time. I don't know. I'm debating, do I want to do a complete engine overhaul, or do I just want to absolute essentials? Gaskets, distributor, heads, you know, starter, stuff like that. Yep. Until the next one, thank you for watching. God bless.